Hey there, it's Jenny. Happy Friday. Vintage Soulcrafter here. I just had to stop by for your Friday viewing pleasure and share with you this happy mail that I got from my mommy. My mom, who is in Indiana right now and visiting all of her childhood girlfriends like she does every year. And I asked her, I said, "Oh, Mom, would you please find out from them if they have any kind of like vintagey laces or goodies and stuff, costume jewelry, whatever that they would be willing to dispose of into my loving, not quite vintage, but vintage loving hands." And so she said, of course. And she did. And then she scouted a couple of places nearby there for me. And so thank you, Mom. Thank you again. I so appreciate it. So I couldn't hold myself back. And I did open the box up, but I didn't like totally open it up. So I'm just going to go ahead, look into the cave of goodness. Look into the cave of vintage happiness here. I don't know how much of it is like vintagey, vintage, but you guys all know that technically antique is 100+ years old. And vintage is, I don't know, rather loosely defined, I think. But there are bags in here and there's ribbon. This ribbon right here is going to be so groovy when I do my fab fashion junk journals. Yes, and junk journal kits, which will be on my Etsy store. But I don't think I'm going to do those before Christmas because everybody's just kind of into the whole like fall, Christmassy sort of spirit right now. And I don't know, a fab. Oh, this will be perfect. I decided to join the Facebook group, Friendly Junk Journal People. I think that's what it's called. Sorry if it's wrong. Run by Linda Israel, who has an incredible YouTube channel. I will put a link in the description. She has so many wonderful how-tos if you're new to junk journaling, and definitely look up the group on Facebook. It's such an encouraging, inspirational, great group. So anyway, we are doing fall Thanksgiving junk journal pages for each other for a swap, and I decided to do that. I've never done a swap before, and I got started, but I was kind of like, I don't know where to go from here. So this will be really I'm like, this inspires me again to get back at it. Let's see, here's another bit of, this is fun. These aren't like probably terribly old, but they are made in the US, so that's kind of cool. I appreciate that. There is, it's Offray. But it's ribbon, so, it doesn't have to be old to be enjoyed and used. I love it. It's so pretty. And I love plaid. It reminds me of the felted scarf that I just did in the class with my friend Bonnie, who I mention all the time. Hey, Bonnie. The rest is just plastic. But guess what? No, I can't reuse that. Never mind. It's a priority mail. Okay, so I showed you the ribbon. This is a lovely piece of black. It's like one of those little head scarves. Oh my goodness. I have this really old. It is antique. It was my great grandma or grandmother's. I'm not sure. It's kind of important in my family whether it's a grandma or a grandmother. My great grandmother on my mother's dad's side, my mother's dad's mom, she was a genealogist. I probably mentioned that before. And she was grandmother. And on my mom's mom, my granny's side, she was grandma. And then there's grandfathers and grandpas and granddaddies. And it all matters because, you got to know which of the grands you're talking about. Anywho, in that chest, that old chest that I own and is still filled with goodness, there is a very old, gorgeous piece of black lace. It's a shawl. And I need to scan it. I need to scan it into the computer, and this as well, because this would be just yummy. Couldn't you just see this? I don't do the Halloween thing anymore. I used to do it really big and super scary, and we always set up our house as a haunted house, and I don't do it anymore. And, but I still have fantasies of doing kind of, different sort of dark, not weirdo, horrific, but kind of macabre and just fun, just to be fun. And ooh, just that on my hand. Anyway, okay, that's enough time on the black lace, but that's so fun. I love it. And then some sweet doilies which I also need to start scanning these because they're so great to be able to use digitally in mixed media things to print off. And this one's fun. Look at that one, is like tatted. And I personally, when they have some staining like this, you know, no staining is pretty. It's lovely. It's great. But when they have the story on them, I mean, can you just, I'm just going to tell a story for a minute here. So this doily was on a table during a bridge game, a bridge party at the lady's house. We'll call her Estelle. It was at Estelle's house. And Estelle had this. It was her only doily. Her mom made it for her. This was ages and ages ago, of course. And one of her friends, Margaret, we'll call her Margaret. No offense to any of the Margarets out there. That just happened to be Estelle's friend's name. She was a little shaky in the hands, you know, probably maybe from holding her bridge cards too tight. And she tipsied. She tipsied with the coffee and spilled it on Estelle's most treasured and favorite doily. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it, and I don't know what the real story is, but I love it when they have some of that staining on them, because who knows how it got there. And anyway, we're always staining stuff with coffee and tea anyhow, so why not, you know, if it already has it. And then here's another really pretty. This one's very pretty and very, very soft. And I like it when you can see the threads, you know, where they have cut it off. That's one of the ways, you know, probably handmade, hand crocheted or tatted, and not necessarily, not 100%, but I like that because it just adds to the charm and the beauty of it. And then there's this bag of, just look right there. That little, I don't know how people do, but it's a little Scottish Terrier and it's a little piece of embroidery. Oh my goodness, it's lots of Scottish Terriers. Look how cute it is. I'm pretty sure I have an old piece of embroidery too that was from this really, really old rocking chair that was my great-greats, I don't know, one of the greats. And the rocking chair just was falling apart, but I saved the embroidery. I need to pull that out. Oh my goodness, it's a whole litter of Scottish Terriers. Aren't they cute? I don't understand how people do this. My mother-in-law used to do it. I can do cross stitch, but I can't embroidery and stuff like this. And anyway, I don't necessarily have the patience for that. Oh, Mom, this is such a sweet find. I love it, and I love that it still has the little bit of the thread on the edge with the red. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh, look at this. Oh. This is super pretty. And there's like a little more than a yard of it. Oh, lovely. Got that nice patina aging starting to yellow on there. Oh, so pretty. What else is in here? A little bit of twill tape. I love this stuff. I think it's so fun. I'm not going to open it, but it's that, you know, it's got that kind of ribbing chevron. I don't know what you would call that, but anyway, I really enjoy this. It's very, very useful. And here's another pretty. This one is a dark blue, a deep navy blue. Lovely, soft, flat. Ooh, and more. Oh my goodness, this is just a plethora of what? Of vintagey, lacy loveliness. Oh, look at, ooh, that's like 2 yards right there. That's so fun. Oh my gosh, I'm pulling the lace out first. And then here's another beautiful doily. Ooh, it's a runner, it's a table runner kind, so you can get a lot out of this one. Margaret didn't, I think Margaret was visiting this friend too. There's some stains on this one as well. Margaret and her shaky hands. Don't trust her with a cup of coffee. Not around your good linens and doilies and lace. But that's all right, because I love it. And that's definitely handmade. And then here's some gold, like cording. That's kind of stretchy. It's lost a little bit of the stretch because it's definitely older. But that, it looks like somebody's puppy dog was chewing on the end of that, I would say. I got several things that have, I got some books that my little Otis ruined the corners of. But anyway, that'll be fun for Christmas. I can use that for something. And then here's some fun like jewelry pieces, and if I can get it open. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking with excitement myself. So these are little bits and pieces that will be fun. Bits and pieces that will be fun for all kinds of mixed media, arty charms to add to things. There's some very pretty, you can't get it untangled, but pretty crystals. Those definitely look like crystal-y, Swarovski. Have to pull those off of there. And these are fun. You remember these? My mom always had some of these with the flat, like, you know, rhinestones or blingity blings. Those will be fun. Oh gosh, I'm just like starting to imagine all kinds of things already. And then kind of millefiori beads that will be fun for like dangles and whatnot. And oh yeah, little more beads and cute little ladybug button. That's adorable. That'll be cute in a little gardening type journal. And I like the dangly. These are lovely pearls. One large one, and these are fun, especially on like ocean beachy type to put on dangles, because they are pearls after all. Whether these came from the sea or not doesn't matter. Probably not, since those would be some like, I would like to meet the oyster that could make a pearl like that. That's one impressive oyster. And then this is cool. Oh, this is the huntress. It's a goddess. I can't remember her name, but that's super. Oh, sorry. It would help if I like actually held it where you could see it, huh? That's super cool. Can't you just see that with like a something colorful behind it, you know, or even something black? Ooh la la. That's cool. It's etched. I mean, it's just pretty on both sides. You can't see it on that side, but okay. And then here's some of these fun beads. I love these. These are like, these remind me of fairy things. These are from Michael's, and I love because they're just delicate and dainty and pretty, and I love those colors. And then a pretty, oh, that's just lovely. That would be so pretty on, oh, I might use that in my friendly junk journal, people, because it's like, you know, like the skeletonized leaf dipped in gold. It might actually be a real leaf because they do that, but that's, oh, I like that. I think I'm going to use that in there. And then this is a little earring that is a seashell, which would also be so pretty in a oceany, beachy junk journal. Let me move those out of the way. And I thought this was going to be like a super quick video, but my gosh, I'm not going to go through each of these totally individually. But, oh, look. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, darling. Yes. I mean, this, there's just so many different ways that all of this fabulousness can be used. That is going to probably get taken apart, no doubt. And the chain on it is really cool as well. So, and green, because I love green. And these, I think, are glass. These ones are plastic, but it feels weighty enough. I'm pretty sure these ones are glass, like glass marbles in between. So fun. More shell-like stuff. That's great. Perfect, beautiful. I have a necklace very much like that. I'm not going to use my own because I like it. I wear it, but I'll use this one. That's got all kinds of goodness on there that can be reused. And more beads and more chains. Oh, my. I am the benefactor of your friends, and I hope they have room now to, you know, get more stuff and whatever. It's kind of tangled up here. These are some fun earrings. Ooh, that have fun. That's a fun little bead. That can be reused on a dangle for sure, and pretty bits and pieces there. More bits and pieces. Yeah. I watch a lot of British television. I love British television. You know, most of the shows, well, I don't know about most. I haven't like actually done a study scientifically or anything, but a lot of the shows that we love, like The Office and others, this is too cool for school. I love that. I would wear that, but I hardly ever, I I don't know which of your friends this is from, Mom, but my gain right here. I think that is the grooviest, coolest, fabulousest thing. Anyway, I love British television. I watch a lot of British television, a lot of the American shows, and this is some fun chain that can surely be reused. Shirley was another friend of Estelle's, but Shirley didn't spill coffee. That can be reused. I like the way it sounds too. And here's some more super fun beads. Oh my gosh, I am gonna have a great time taking these apart and using them in dangles and whatnot, keychains and charms. And here is another very pretty with lots of pretty lamp work glass beads, which are styling, I should say. But anywho, the British, going back to that. I do go back to my original thought eventually. Oh, I love that. That is just beautiful. And look at these glass crystal are like a purpley gorgeousness. Quite nice. I'd wear that too. They say, yeah, right, yeah. So I can do that about 1,000,000 times and drive people crazy. My husband and I do it to each other all the time. Yeah, right, yeah. Oh, that one's fun too. Goodness, these are like all glass blown prettinesses. And this one's got some great pieces on it as well. Looks like stone, polished stone. Can be disassembled and reused. A pretty little earring. And some more pearls. Pearls are lovely to use. Various different things. And one of those, this reminds me of Sarah Coventry. Might actually be, but it's got a nice chain. That chain's definitely usable, and okay, you can't, if you haven't figured it out, all of this stuff has great potential. Great potential. Some more little earrings that can be used for various do's and dads. Some fun beads probably end up giving these to my mom actually, because she likes to put beads out for her. She decorates for the seasons and all of the seasons, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Could possibly use that in some kind of mixed media thing. And then several more fun earrings with the, like that other one and other parts those will be fun, glued down to things. And then the last thing is this. I asked my mom, I haven't heard back from her, this piece of sari silk. This is fantastic. I don't know which of her friends, where this came from, if she got it in a thrift store or there where she is in Indiana. She's just about, well, it used to seem like it was an hour away, Indianapolis, but it's not an hour away, in Franklin, Indiana. This is a gorgeous piece of sari silk. So, and it has this fabulous border here. Oh my goodness. And if you ever watch Jibbid just made the most unbelievable journal with this story that goes along with it, and had so many pieces of silk. And then again, I shared Bonnie and and if you follow me on Instagram or anything, my friend Bonnie and I just did another felting class with a shawl that I made, and it's out of silk and wool and all of that stuff. So so much goodness here, so much goodness. And what I have going on, my friends, is I am currently listing in my Etsy shop a whole gob of vintage, very vintage, back to the 1928s, and then on up to, I don't know what into actually the 70s. They are Christmas cards, all variety. I don't want to get them out of order. These were in a box, categorized by the owner, by year, and there are some really pretty ones. All of them most certainly reusable for mixed media, for collages, for junk journals. any number of things. Some of these are worthy actually of framing, of just putting out. Oh, you can make banners with these, for your fireplaces and so on. And a lot of them are embossed. A lot of them have gilding on them. They're a lot of fun. So I am in the process of listing these on my Etsy store, in my Etsy shop right now. I never know if it's a store or is it a shop. It's kind of the same thing to me, but I think they refer to it as shop most of the time. So you can look for those and the link will be below. And yeah, happy Friday, and I'll be back with you soon. Bye.